Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're talking about my two favorite things, photography and food. And today's subject matter is smoked beef brisket. I wanted to make a quick video so that I could share with you guys some tips and tricks that I've picked up over the years for doing food photography. So the reason why I'm taking photos for this restaurant is I'm building them a website. So they needed tasty pictures of their food to be put on the website. So what they did was they smoked me a whole brisket, and it's slow smoked for 22 hours. The studio just smells amazing. It's hard to work in here without eating the subject matter. But they sent me a whole brisket. I don't have it set up right now because that was the first thing that I photographed. But you can see the photo right here. Some of the things that I did with the whole brisket to make it look more appealing. A little trick that I learned was to spread vegetable oil on the meat. And what it does is, and I'll show you the difference here with two different photos. You can see that without the vegetable oil, the meat looks dull, less appetizing. But with a little bit of vegetable oil spread on the meat, it makes it look freshly cooked. Other than that, all I really did was I just sliced the meat. I sliced 3 pieces and I stacked them up in the front. The beef brisket was pretty straightforward. Now for the sandwich was a little more complicated because there's a little more to it. But I wanted to have elements in there that matched not only the type of food, but the restaurant owner. There was 3 types of smoked brisket sandwiches that I was photographing today. The first one was just a plain one with some barbecue sauce on it. The second one had some different sauce, and this one had jalapenos and cheese on it. This is the last iteration. Much like the hunk of brisket, I did spread some vegetable oil on the front of the strips of brisket on the sandwich here. I didn't do anything to the bun. The bun already had a little bit of sheen on it just from the type of bun it is. So I didn't do anything to that. And all I did was I set the meat up more to the front of the bun so that you could see the meat a lot better. And I did the same thing that I did with the sandwich as I did with the beef brisket itself. I layered the meat back a little bit so you could see the different layers and the different textures. Another element to the photo that I wanted to add, I wanted to have a container of the special sauce for each sandwich, just to kind of have it in there to give the viewer a better idea of what it looks like. And of course, what's a smoked brisket sandwich without a cold beer? You can't see it right now because it's a little after the photo shoot now. The trick that I learned with beer, put a little bit of Dawn dish soap at the bottom of the glass before you pour the beer. When you pour the beer, you'll get a thicker head you'll get a thick head of foam at the top of the beer to make it look more commercial, like something that you would see something on television or in an ad for whatever type of beer this is. It probably lasts about 5 minutes to where it's decent, but after a little while it disappears and you'd have to start over. But you can see in the photos what I'm talking about with the thick head on top. It just makes it look more commercial. The lighting setup for this photo is pretty simplistic. To camera left, I set up a diffuser with a bare flash behind it. And it's a very large diffuser. It's just throwing a lot of very soft light onto the subject. And then on camera right, I set up a gold reflector to fill in the shadows with some warm light to really accentuate the color of the meat and the color of the bun. And just for a little kick of light to the back of the sandwich, I set up another flash with a Gary Fong light sphere on top. And that's just kicking, and that's just filling a little bit of shadows in the back. It's not doing a whole lot. I think it's only set to 1/128th power. And because the beer looks a little boring, it kind of looks like, my wife said it looked like apple juice. Sorry. But I wanted to brighten up the beer so it looked more commercial, so it didn't look like apple juice. So all I did was the flash here with the Gary Fong light sphere on it. I held that just behind the beer just for one frame to kind of give a glow to the beer. And again, I left the flash very low. I think that was 1/64th power. And what I'll do in Photoshop is I'll mask in just that glow on the beer, and it'll look awesome. So here are the photos. Take a look at them. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Doesn't that look delicious? Don't you just want to eat it up? Just grab a hold of that thing and just stick it in your face. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this bit, I drink that beer with the dish soap in it.